10 traps rich people fall into. Welcome to our channel, The Enchanted Luxury Studio, where we talk about wealth and luxury. Life is full of traps, and it's common for most people to fall into them. In many cases, even the rich tend to become a victim. The only difference is that they have more to lose once they fall to these traps, and worse, they lose everything they work hard for. Losing their wealth is probably one of rich people's worst nightmares. Imagine spending your life building up your financial success just for it to disappear in an instant because of a mistake or falling into a trap. Well, let us help you prevent that from happening as we break down the 10 traps rich people fall into. Number 1. Taking a big lifestyle jump. Becoming wealthy can sometimes be overwhelming, more so if it happens unexpectedly. From living paycheck to paycheck and relying on instant food, now there's a huge stash of money being put into your bank accounts and you're now making millions worth of dollars an hour? That's not something everybody can handle, and most people who acquire a sudden immense upgrade in their social status fail to give themselves the time to grasp what's going on. This leads them to be careless with spending and managing their money. Once money becomes the least of your problems, it's normal to provide yourself a little comfort and luxury. But keeping the cost of your lifestyle low should never be overlooked. Keep in mind that the next thing one should put into priority once they become rich is keeping and growing the money they accumulated. To avoid falling into this trap, take the precaution of maintaining a proportion between the money you're earning and the amount of your spending, and whatever you do, make sure the increase in your lifestyle is substantially less than the increase in your earnings. Number 2. Funding family projects. If you came from an average living household, it might be hard to fight the urge of giving away portions of your wealth to your family members once you reach a very fortunate place in life. Seeing them failing to achieve their goals while you are able to enjoy yours can be disheartening. You feel like you should be doing more for them. However, the truth of the matter is that most of them are in the position they're in because they simply don't have what it takes to be as successful as you. They lack the determination, the effort, and sacrifices to put themselves in a better place. If they did take the necessary course of actions, they wouldn't be needing your help right now. Consequently, these people in your family will feel entitled to your help to some degree. They'll come to you with all kinds of ideas with business concepts and small hustles that expect you to fund them. They will ask you for a certain amount and promise to grow it in a short period of your time. Now, this constant demand for money and promises is something you need to watch out for if you don't want to fall into this trap. Always take this rule into consideration. Unless it is a good investment they are putting your money in, never let your relatives borrow your money. Number 3. Spoiling your kids. When money is the least of your problems in life, providing your children the most comfortable life you can ever give them is likely to be your greatest achievement as a parent. While to some extent, comfort should come with limitations. While there's no wrong in wanting to give your kids a good quality of life, something that you probably didn't get to have growing up, making them out of touch from reality will only do them more harm than good. By constantly shielding them from the world, you're only robbing them the chance to stand on their own. Imagine the effect that this may cause not only to them but to your grandchildren as well. They'll be raised by parents who never had to struggle, who never got to experience any discomfort or mind-nourishing ordeal that comes with scarcity. Giving your kids enough so they can do anything they want in life is a pursuable idea, but not to an extent where doing nothing because they already have everything. Number 4. Thinking they know everything. When you win in life, at least financially speaking, people will feed you with validations. In their eyes, you're a genius who got to accomplish what most people keep failing at. With constant praises and acknowledgement keeps coming to you, it's easy to fall into the trap of intellectual arrogance where you think you have everything figured out. Having this mindset can drastically affect your judgment and way of thinking. You become more agitated to dismiss other people's inputs, particularly those who are deemed less financially successful as you. Not only that this behavior hinders intellectual discussion, but failing to listen to people's suggestions disregards their mastery in other fields. That you miss out on any valuable information they would have contributed. Moreover, falling into the trap of being a know-it-all person robs you of the chance of making more intellectual progress on your own since by your standards, you've already at the top of your game. However, life never stops moving as time keeps changing. Each day comes with so many lessons, so humble yourself and never stop learning. Number 5, failing to balance life and work. If you're really good at turning ideas into gold, it is less likely for you to fall into the trap of spending a great portion of your life doing just that. Money becomes the essence of your existence, that all you think about is how to make more of it. The last thing you'll know, you'll becoming a petty, boring rich person who has no personality and puts work at the center of everything. Someone who's constantly lonely because you're too busy with your business affairs and is less likely to find somebody who will stick around with you. Money isn't going to make up for the missed opportunities to be happy, those chances you chose to turn a blind eye to. Every person who needs a life outside of work and being rich shouldn't excuse you from needing the same thing. Go ahead and get your favorite beverage and popcorn. Subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Number 6, putting everything on their plate. At the beginning of your financial journey, there's not much opportunity that was coming your way, and you probably had no idea where life would take you until things took a great turn and the odds stood in your favor. Now you get to enjoy shiny things, holiday escapade, expensive hobbies, business opportunities, and exciting projects. Back in the ancient period, whenever cave people found a bush with berries, they instinctively ate all of it in one sitting because they never knew when they would find more. This way of thinking lives among some of us even today. We put everything on our plate and believe we can accomplish all of them at once, and that's when you fall into the trap. Your focus is always divided and things become blurry. You begin to get stressed out and you go from order to chaos. Whatever it is that you want to achieve in life, learn to take one step at a time. As you strive to achieve more things than necessary, you might be missing out on what really is it that you're supposed to be doing. Number 7, becoming a target of random people. Most people in this world would want to get rich. Needless to say, wealth is certainly the most desired thing many people will always come after, and if you're rich, you're most likely to become a target. Aside from the rise of threats in your safety, your wealth will also attract some major fallbacks. People will throw some punches on your success by putting a stain on your image and fame. More often than you expect, lawsuits after lawsuits will come your way. Not only this, but people will also try to associate themselves to you just to get clout. All these are traps that society is setting for you to fall into, and this is something you have to figure out how to live with. In the process of building wealth, not everyone is your enemy, nor your friends. Number 8, measuring wealth to compete with others. Comparing their wealth to that of their peers is another trap rich people fall into. However, the truth is that no matter how much you brag about your boat, there's always gonna be someone who owns a bigger one. And even if you end up being the guy with the biggest boat, there's someone out there with more homes than you, laughing at how much money you spent on your boat. You see, this wealth competition is just an unwinnable game, and there's no point in joining it. Instead, keep that sense of competitiveness within yourself and in a positive manner. Not because everyone else is competing against one another doesn't mean you have to play along. There's no wrong with wanting to have better things than the people around you. In the first place, being competitive is something you must acquire if you want to stand any chance at real fulfillment. However, make sure that it is with yourself that you're racing against and not with people. Number 9. Placing themselves in isolation. Taking into account everything that we mentioned so far, rich people are likely to place themselves in isolation. Other than the fact that they prefer to be alone, they would only spend time with the people they truly trust. As a result, keeping themselves in touch with other people is a struggle. Whenever someone reaches out to complain about what they're going through, their mind will automatically go into work mode to figure out a solution for them. But it is not solutions that they are looking for, but someone who would listen and understand their standpoint. When you're constantly isolating yourself from people, it would be harder to show empathy as you can't imagine yourself in their situation. Your wealth shouldn't make you any less of a friend. Reach out to people and stay grounded. Number 10. Putting wealth over health. Being rich means you live with the idea that any point you decide to, you could buy your health. In reality, health is not something we can purchase. What are the chances that someone who works almost 24/7 a week would acquire an autoimmune disease? Well, that's happened to a lot of people and most of them are rich. So what makes you think you're an exception? If you get to control wealth, then make it a priority to control your health with the same effort because we never know when life decides to test us. We know we talk a lot about financial wealth, freedom, sacrifice, and legacy here on this channel, but we want you to take the day a little bit slower than usual. A small moment of gratitude will make all the difference. Take a moment to consider how lucky you are to be able to have what most people can only imagine. So, don't take it for granted. And that ends the list of 10 traps rich people fall into. What other traps do you see people with money fall into? We'd love to know your thoughts in the comments. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more awesome contents like this. Thanks for watching!